And here is the Writer's Almanac for Saturday. It's the 15th of June, 2019. It's the birthday of advertising exec-turned-writer Eileen Beckerman, born in Manhattan, 1935, who did not begin her writing career until the age of 60, and even then became a published author almost by accident. She had written and illustrated a book for her 5 children, something to remember her by. She said, "My purpose was to say things to my children one doesn't have the time to say. I wanted them to know I wasn't always their mother. I was a girl. I had best friends. We did stupid things together. I was on a bus with my friend once, eating dog bones so people would look at us. I wanted them to know." She took the book that she had written down to the ad agency that she owned to use the photocopy machine there, and she put the copies in big red binders with illustrations that she had sketched in plastic sheet protectors, and she handed them out to her children and a few close friends, and she was done, or thought she was. But the cousin of a friend got hold of one of the binders and sent it over to Algonquin Books, and pretty soon they were calling her about publishing the thing. Beckerman said they offered her an advance that had a comma in it. I think I fainted. The book came out in 1995. It was called Love, Loss, and What I Wore, the story of growing up in Manhattan in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, accompanied by drawings of the clothes that she was wearing during that time. When the book came out, bookstores weren't sure whether to market it as memoir or fashion, but it's now sold over 100,000 copies. Beckerman said that clothes were the least important part of her book, which she considered a memoir. The book containing advice from her grandmother who raised her, such as, if you have to stand on your head to make somebody happy, all you can expect is a big headache. It's the birthday of psychologist Erikson, born in Frankfurt, Germany, 1902, who argued that the human life cycle could be understood as a series of 8 developmental stages, and that each had its own crisis that must be overcome before you can move on to the next stage. For adolescents, the crisis is figuring out who you are and what you want to do with your life, and that's where the term identity crisis comes from. And it's the birthday of the great master of the Japanese haiku, Kobayashi Isa, born in Kashiwabara, Japan in 1763, who by the end of his life had written over 20,000 haiku. Here's a poem for today, lines from Song of Myself by Walt Whitman. Trippers and askers surround me, people I meet, the effect upon me of my early life, or the ward and city I live in, or the nation, the latest dates, discoveries, inventions, societies, authors old and new, my dinner, dress, associates, looks, compliments, dues, the real or fancied indifference of some man or woman I love, the sickness of one of my folks or of myself, or ill-doing or loss or lack of money, or depressions or exaltations, battles, the horrors of fratricidal war, the fever of doubtful news, the fitful events. These come to me, days and nights, and go from me again, but they are not the me, myself. Apart from the pulling and hauling stands what I am, stands amused, complacent, compassionating, idle, unitary, looks down, is erect, or bends an arm, or an impalpable certain rest, looking with side-curved head, curious, what will come next, both in and out of the game, and watching and wondering at it. Backward I see, in my own days, where I sweated through fog with linguists and contenders. I have no mockings or arguments. I witness and wait. Lines from Song of Myself by Walt Whitman. And that's the Writer's Almanac for Saturday, June the 15th, 2019. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.